Obviously, it was a huge historic win for our program, and it's something we've been building to for the last year and a half since I took over here. And we went in there, I think, extremely confident that we could definitely compete. It was a good opportunity to kind of see where we were at this early juncture of the season, and seeing how we could deal with a hostile environment and a very talented team. And overall, I think that we played exceptionally hard. And I think we could have played better, tennis, but I think the effort and how hard we played was vital to us finding a way to win.
I feel really great. I clinched the match, and it was really exciting for everyone, and I'm really glad I got to bring it home. And I thought it was, really nerve-wracking as a freshman, but it was really, really happy at the end when everyone ran on the court and just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. It's a really good feeling.
It infuses us with unbelievable confidence. We know that we went to one of the toughest environments to play in the country, and we found a way to get 4 points. We won the doubles point. It came down to a last match, and Megan did an unbelievable job of finding a way to win, but she wouldn't have been in that situation if we didn't win a doubles point, if Mackenzie didn't take care of business, if Nini didn't beat an extremely good ranked player. So I think it gives us confidence moving forward, but it also shows us that we have to still improve constantly, but we have potential to be very good.
I feel like it's still kind of sinking in. I know, especially for our captain, Kenzie, she was super excited. Her senior year finally beats BYU, and I'm really glad I could, finish it out for her and be able to do that. And it's just, I don't think it's really sunk into me as a freshman playing BYU for the first time, but in the grand scheme of things, I think I'll realize how big this was for our team, and it's just really going to be an exciting moment.
I think with Megan, the first set was rough. It was a typical nervous freshman out there in a huge situation, kind of a historic moment or opportunity for our program. And I even told her, and I really did believe this, she is an unbelievable competitor. And besides Mackenzie Davis, at that particular moment, I would have chosen nobody to be out there except for Megan Lyle. She is a proven winner, and she's a great athlete. So I love the fact she was out there, and more importantly, I think she loved the fact that she was out there with that opportunity. And you know what? She stepped up for the program and for the team, and she got the job done, which we talk about all the time. And so we're really proud of her, and I'm proud of the whole team for getting that situation taken care of.
Right after I lost my first set, 6-2, and Sabrina had come off the court, and I was like, I counted the matches, looked up at the scoreboard, and was like, okay, I either win this for everyone or lose this for everyone. And I really felt like I needed to step up, and coach helped me through, especially with just strategy and keeping me calm, and just even when I lost points but set them up well, he definitely encouraged me either way, and that really helped me through the whole match.
If we wouldn't have played a good Weber State team in Idaho State and Colorado Mesa before we played BYU, we would not have had an opportunity to beat BYU. It kind of got some of the nerves out. It got them kind of used to the team environment and playing for each other, not just like fall individual stuff. So I think that was really, really important for us to get out there and compete and get their feet wet in college. And you know what? She was kind of thrown into the fire against BYU, but we knew she was a great player, and we know everybody in our roster is capable of winning at any time. So it was really important.
I think it was a lot just about refocusing, especially after my first set. I really wasn't loose, especially hitting the ball. I was super nervous about going out there, playing on not our home courts for the first time in the spring, and I just... even being down 2-0 in the second set, I knew I was doing the right things to win the match. So, she played a really good first two games, and I knew I just needed to keep at her, and eventually I'd be able to pull out the set.
We scheduled tough on purpose. So the Mountain West is extremely deep and very good, and we wanted to get tested every single weekend. Scheduling at a Big Ten school, at a Big 12 school, and then the following weekend, a really good MAC school, another Big Ten school, all on the road. We're going to learn a lot. It's not going to be perfect. We could take some losses. We could have some more big wins. But the bottom line is, by the time we get to Mountain West play, we will have been in the environment against a level of competition that we are going to have to be able to compete against to give ourselves the best opportunity to win the championship. And that is our goal here. It will always be our goal is to win the Mountain West Championship, become a nationally ranked program, and go to NCAA tournaments. And this was a good step in the direction of understanding that we are capable of being all three of those things, but it's going to take continual work.
It just gave me more confidence, not necessarily I don't know, not confidence, but reassurance that I knew somewhat of what I was doing out there. Even with coach helping me along the way, he definitely stays on my court and reassures me, and that's really nice as a freshman to know that you're doing the things your coach wants you to do. And so playing the way he wants me to play, and especially for later in our conference matches, knowing that I'm doing the right things to be ready for those is what's really important to me.
I feel pretty happy. I think it was one of the best moments of my coaching career, seeing, not for myself, but seeing the reaction of the team when we won, and them storming the court and picking Megan up and really bonding together, and how emotionally into the match they were from start to finish. And that was what I felt was a big turning point, in a program, is a win like that, to let you realize that together you can achieve amazing things. And we did it with enthusiasm in class, and quite honestly, it might be ahead of schedule, but it feels very comfortable. So I'm very excited, and I feel like we're going in a fantastic direction.
It's really just a confidence builder, being 3-0 in singles, starting off this season. I'm feeling like I can do better. I know I have a lot to work on, so still knowing that I won and have a lot to go is helpful. Just even in practice, we'll work on everything I need to, but knowing that I was still able to pull out the 3 wins is helpful. I'm stoked. I love it here, and I love my team, and I think we have great things to come this season.